legendary Atlas Mountains. It struck in towns few tourists have seen, but in which Jews have lived for hundreds of years. Towns with rich-sounding names and just a dirt road down the middle. Aguim, a few hundred miles and 20 centuries from Casablanca. A place where Jews lived as their ancestors lived in biblical times. Farmers and herdsmen, with fields to sow and reap, cattle to feed and milk, children to raise and teach, from season to season, and from generation unto generation. Agoim in the high Atlas, a place in which to live, to have friends, even Arab friends, to work, to use one's skill, to earn one's bread, to study the law, and to give thanks to the Eternal. Yes, life could have continued here and the many towns of Morocco, year after year, but for the change that came in 1955, when each man asked himself, what will happen to my child? This is Agoim on a special day, when young men came to talk with the elders and make arrangements for a going out, for an exodus, even as in the days of old, when the house of Israel marched forth from bondage in Egypt. The doctor, he who inscribes the papers, the photographer, all have much to do to prepare for the day of departure. There are other duties to be attended to. A farewell visit to the graves of the fathers. And now the day of leaving comes to Agoim. By night, not a Jew will be left to call this place home. The holy scrolls are made ready. The signs on the doorposts which are commanded are not forgotten. Soon they will be fixed to new doorposts. And the scrolls will stand again in the Ark of the Lord. The roster of the village is taken for the last time. and the heads of their families sign their names.
أنا ما نعرف مثل أعمل باليهود أعمل اللي تحب لباس وين من بليزة تاعي هذا بديت عندك في مراكش عندك ثلاثة في مراكش ولا هنا كداش عندك بليزات ديال السفارين على اسم من يعملوا على داوود ده ننتي شوفوا علينا بجوي شوفوا علينا بجوي العزيز وحده.
Now the old life of the village stands, as it were, wrapped up in a few bundles, packed up in a few suitcases, and the journey to the new life begins. And so they have gone, the people of the villages, the Jews of Aguim, of Kabia, of Kasan, of the many score towns, large and small, that stood by the brooks, that run down the mountains, whose many lights once gleamed on the high Atlas, like stars of the night. The young Jews and the old, sick and the strong, the untaught and the learned, poor and the less poor. Borne down the roads that lead to the sea, borne on the great ships that sail for home. Gone as almost more than 250,000 have gone from Morocco alone, and as still more will go in the days to come. Gone to a place where each may sit under his own vine and his own fig tree, in a land where, as it is written, none shall make him afraid.